And this question came in via text. And it says, who were those angels or spirits that fell out of heaven? And why did they fall out of heaven? And how can God get them back in heaven? So this question is coming on, that when the angels fell out of heaven and now they're wondering, is there any possible option for them to come back? So how would we address that, Dr. Holland?
We need to begin right where the verse, and I think it is this, obviously it's hard to read into the question, but Revelation chapter 12, beginning in verse 7, we find this war breaking out in heaven. And some might ask about the war in heaven, and maybe that's a good question to write in about because we don't have time to address that. There's war in heaven. Michael and his angels fight with the dragon and the dragon and his angels. We know in just a moment who that dragon is. The dragon and his angels did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out. Who is that great dragon? The serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now, the question is making the assumption that God is trying to get these angels back to heaven. Sometimes the Bible has gaps, so to speak. What we do know is this, that God already had attempted to bring these angels back, and through their conscious choice, were now cast out of heaven. And what are they waiting for in their being cast out of heaven? The book of Jude, and Jude is only one chapter, so it's in Jude 6. And it says there, and it talks about what is the end of these angels. And the angels who did not keep their proper domain. Who are the angels that did not keep the proper domain? The ones we just read about in Revelation 12. What are they doing? They've been left their own abode. Where's their own abode? Their own abode is this earth. They've been cast to the earth. And he, speaking of God, has reserved in everlasting chains under darkness for the judgment of the great day. So these angels had made a conscientious final choice, and they've been reserved for the judgment.
Wow.
And of course, Revelation 20 verses 7 to 10, where we see them along with Satan meeting their final doom.
Yes.
So there's no promise in Scripture that they'll come back to heaven at all. That's it.
They made that decision already.
Yes.